Hey, it's Olay, and this is episode 22 of the Red Pilled, Orange Pilled Investor. I thought I would do a little something during trading hours since I just placed a new trade. I happened to be just checking back in with HUT. I previously had not traded it because the liquidity was just not there. The bid-ask spreads were a little too wide. However, for whatever reason, the liquidity was pretty good. So I went ahead and did a little something different as well. I could have bought the 100 shares and sold a covered call at the 7 or 750, which is what I've been highlighting for the most part. But what I did instead was sold a cash secured put, which is the first half of the wheel strategy, which is nothing more than selling puts until you're assigned, and then once you own 100 shares, then you just sell covered calls as normal until those shares get called away, and then you could just sell puts again until you're assigned. And that's why they call it the wheel. You just go from selling puts to selling covered calls, selling puts to selling covered calls, based on whether you are assigned shares or you have shares called away. And I don't think it really makes a difference. I kind of just prefer to purchase the shares at this point and hold those shares. And then instead of letting them get called away, I just buy my call back, even if it's more, even if it costs me more than what I sold it for. However, this was just fun. I figured I would just let this put expire on Friday unless it goes down below 650, and then I'll get the shares for 650. So let's just see what the bid-ask spreads are on this. So 2 cents. That is not terrible. Obviously, a 1 penny bid-ask spread would be optimal, but for some reason, there's enough volume and open interest and whatnot in order to bid-ask spread is up to 3 cents now here. But you can see there's 576 people bidding and there's 100 people asking. So this isn't bad at all. This is definitely tradable. And getting 33 cents on a $6.50 stock is pretty good. That's about 5% on my money, because you have to put $650 up as collateral in case you do have to buy these shares for $650. So by locking up $650, I've collected $33. So that's pretty decent. And so I've just added this to my portfolio. It'll be fun to play around with. And really, if you're trying to get to that magic number of 10,000 shares, you'll do it a hell of a lot faster on the cheapest stock you can imagine, or that you can get a hold of. But a lot of times things under $10 scare me because they're cheap for a reason. And HUT especially was like, this recently pumped. So this thing was like $2 just a month ago, 2 months ago. And then it rocketed up to 10, 12, 14. And it's on its way down. So we'll see how far. When something pumps to 14, it never surprises me if it loses 75% of its value. So what would that be, around, let's see, 12 divided by 4 would be 3, like 350? 350 something. So this could not work out, but even if the price does continue to fall to 350, at least I'll be getting them for 650 instead of purchasing them for 670, and I got paid 33 cents, which puts my buying price really at around 620. So even if I get assigned at 650, I'll have gotten a 50-cent discount on this. So it's still more advantageous than just buying the shares outright. But not only that, the other option, if you're like, oh, well, I don't want to buy it unless it goes to 650, then you put this limit order in here, 650, 100 shares, and then what if the price never goes down to 650? What if it only ever goes down to 651 and then it pumps back to 14? Then you're going to lock up $650 and you will have never purchased anything. So that's why when I'm buying something, I mean, sure, you can use a limit price, but if I wanted to buy this for 670 right now, I would just put, maximum I'm willing to pay is, 673 or something. That would probably get this to fire and you get all your 100 shares. Some of the pros, they literally would just never buy anything on a buy order because if the market price, you could spend up to, like, depending on the exchange, I would assume, but you could end up paying 5-10% more than the price of this stock if you do a market order. So market orders are definitely less preferable, but you don't have to wait for the price to go down to 650 in order to start profiting off of these stocks. Now, if the price does go up to 7, then next week, if I wanted to continue to trade it, I'd have to sell the $7 put, which would be fine. So that's it. Added HUT since the liquidity got better, and broke with my recent tradition. I used to do the wheel all the time. So this isn't anything new. It's not like, oh, let me try out the wheel and I've never done it before. Just thought it would be fun to do something else and get it on video. All right, be good, Joe.